Rishabh Pant did as captain was wrong. Like, he was not on point. He did not start with Bumrah. Of course, the roller was used, so the pitch had died down a little bit, but that doesn't stop him from not using Bumrah, the best bowler in the world, and just demolish the tail. So I don't know why Bumrah was not used. I don't know the exact condition of his situation because he apparently did not leave the hotel or the hospital wherever he is. I am guessing it must be bad, very bad, so that he could not come.
He told all of us right here on the show, if this test match goes beyond lunchtime, then I am responsible. The test match went way beyond lunchtime, and India lost by 30 runs. So, Daipan, what do we do?
Like, I should be held accountable as much as the Indian team also. Just like me, probably they also went into the mindset that the match was over. Like, for all practical purposes, the game was over. They were 50 in lead with 7 down. Like, probably in their wildest dreams, they did not think that these guys would go to a stretch that lead to 125. So the first hour, whatever Rishabh Pant did as captain was wrong. Like, he was not on point. He did not start with Bumrah. Of course, the roller was used, so the pitch had died down a little bit, but that doesn't stop him from not using Bumrah, the best bowler in the world, and just demolish the tail. So I don't know why Bumrah was not used. That lead flourished, and then 125 on this pitch. If a team loses a couple of early wickets, becomes 375. The pitch was so difficult that 1 run is equal to 3 runs on this pitch. So the moment they were 1 for 2, the game was done. Like, they would have needed a miracle to win it from there.
Nitin, when is India ever going to get the trait of knocking the tail over? It seems to be afflicting India since 1932. In 1932, in the very first test match, and Mr. Gavaskar keeps quoting that, they knocked off the top order, but the English tail continued and they piled on the runs. It started that in that test match and it has continued till now.
Yeah, and as Dwaipan said, when you have a resource like Jasprit Bumrah who can, who has the ability to blow away the tail and also get rid of top order batters, the minute he came into the attack, you saw that how difficult it was. And Eden, especially with the early morning help, always, common sense suggests that you start off with a fast bowler in the first session, at least at Eden Gardens. But yet he started off proceedings with Akshar Patel, spread the field out, made Ravindra Jadeja bowl over the wicket. Too many mistakes as captain. Went for a review when it was nowhere close to being LBW. Changed the bowling too often. Never allowed the spinners to settle down. Never allowed. For 2 deliveries in an over, he was having a forward short leg. For 2 deliveries in an over, he was having a silly point. Just shouting and screaming, and also he also failed to defend a 440 odd total at Bangalore at the COE against South Africa A, and again Babu Mater also played a part. Bowler or as a teammate, I would not want a captain who is so skittish, who's so as they say in Hindi, chanchal. Constantly changing tactics, constantly changing bowlers, constantly changing fields. He was almost following the ball. एक fielder यहाँ से हटाया, वहाँ पे single गया, वहाँ पे field लगाया. So, he as a captain, I think he still has a lot to learn.
Anything you see happening before the next test match in terms of team selection? Because that's our obsession, team selection.
They'll go back to Sai Sudarshan or Devdutt Padikkal. I mean, obviously this lineup doesn't make sense. I mean, on these kind of pitches, do you need 4 spinners or do you need an extra batter? That's what I asked. I mean, how many overs did Washington Sundar bowl? Yes, he batted. He batted brilliantly. But is number 3 his spot? No, it's not.
First one is from Pushpa Vati. She says, Didi Bhai, I don't see anyone to blame where they played. Current playing 11, don't blame Gigi for the loss. Simple. Both innings we played with 9 batters. Is that a fair excuse?
Yes, it's true that were we did not have the best batter in the team, like best batter against spin in the team. That is true. But then, did we not celebrate when England were playing with 10 men in that Test match? So it doesn't work like that. No?
I
At
have
that
a,
point,
I have a question for you, Didi. If this was the World Cup final, the ODI World Cup final, and if the skipper was in a similar position, would he have come out to bat?
don't know the exact condition of his situation because he apparently did not leave the hotel or the hospital wherever he is. So I am guessing it must be bad, very bad, so that he could not come. It like whatever it is, I can like these boys are committed to the cause. They may lose, they may win, they may lose, but I'm sure it was absolutely impossible for him to come and bat. If there was a chance, he probably would have. That I will not hold it against him.
And this is from Ayush Jindal. He says, Didi sir, we wanted a Turner. Why were green tops given for SA South Africa A series? Not starting with Boom might be a management's call. Jurel's shot, in his view, is the turning point of the test match.
The green top was given so that Bavuma doesn't get practice on turners. It's quite obvious. They figured that Bavuma is their number one player against spin bowling. They did not want to give Bavuma practice against spin, so they gave a green top. And they thought that their spinners are good enough and they will run. Like sometimes we become a little too cocky.
Why does India go defensive in chases? Need to attack bowlers from word go. That's what Aksar said yesterday. And the other is from Rangers 8. He says, once legend Gigi said, what has Ravi Shastri won? He was better player, won World Cup, man of the series of mini World Cup, 1,000 times better coach with stats than Gigi, even better commentator than Gigi.
I mean, why not attack? I think the players were trying that. Rishabh Pant tried a reverse sweep of his first ball. Uh, then I think even the shot that he got out to was a bit of an aggressive shot. It's not that for want of trying that they were not being attacking, but it was not possible. I think the better option here still was trust your defense, like what Washington and to a certain extent um, Dhruv Jurel was showing, and what Themba Bavuma did to batting out for so long and trusting his defense, taking the singles, avoiding needless shots. He allowed Corbin Bosch and Marco Jansen yesterday night also those at 11-12 run innings that he did, that he scored. Uh, was a crucial contribution, in hindsight. The GG Ravi Shastri comparison, I think, it seems a bit. It's a bit of an angry comment. I can understand the hate and the anger towards Gautam Gambhir. He can't go and bat out there for his players. I wish he could because he would have batted better than the current lot. It's just the fact that the current players are not playing enough red ball cricket in these kinds of conditions.